Well, I'm Toby.
And I'm Savannah.
And this is the Sith Trooper from a certain point of view. So Disney just announced at the convention of the new trooper who was in the movie poster at the bottom, the Red Troopers. We now know they're called Sith Troopers. So that obviously brings up a lot of questions. First of all, there are no Siths in this sequel trilogy as of yet. Snoke and Ren are not Siths. They're just dark side users. And the Sith has only been mentioned once.
It's true.
And that was when Han Solo mentions it in Episode 7, when he's like, the Jedi, the Sith, it's all true. So that's the only time they've been mentioned. So that's very interesting that not only, and originally when people, when the title came out of The Rise of Skywalker, some people on our channel and other ones that I've read and heard were like, maybe that's a new sect of Force users. So now we're having this whole new Force users, Sith coming back up, Jedi, it's a lot. I know one of your concerns is that maybe these troopers can use the Force. I don't think that. I think this is Kylo paying homage again to Vader, who was a Sith. And I think Kylo maybe does announce himself to be a Sith now.
I mean, it would make sense for him to just announce himself as something like that, because he definitely has that personality of just declaring himself as something.
Exactly, and I do think, like I've said before, that those troopers are clones. I really want to stick to that. I do feel like that would be the best way to tie in the prequels into the sequel trilogy, is having clones. Like Kyle's already mentioned having a clone army in The Force Awakens. He's like, oh, maybe we should have went with the clone army. Maybe he is going to have his own set of clones that are going to be so loyal to him. Calls them Sith Troopers as an homage to the Sith. There's a big theory right now that Palpatine could have maybe done some dark side magic and possessed something. So that, because in canon now, in the comics, there's a figure known as Dark Mormon who just was obsessed with the dark side and made artwork in favor of the dark side and was able to possess a helmet so that whoever put it on, he would come back. It was eternal, basically. He even tries to take over Darth Vader. He would just take over their body, and it would be Dark Mormon again. So there's a theory that would be with Palpatine. Again, the Sith have to come back, maybe. What we know from the official Star Wars site is, I wrote it down, an armored soldier active during the war between the First Order and the Resistance. Obviously, we already know that. And they're named after the ancient Order of Dark Force users. So that's what we know. That's like Disney's official synopsis on them so far. And it wouldn't be, maybe the Sith Troopers have a specific job, like Scout Troopers, Snow Troopers. Everybody has their... every movie usually introduces some sort of new troop that we haven't really seen that's specific to that area. Death Troopers came out with Rogue One.
Yeah.
And we found out that they pretty much were only for Director Krennic and other high people like him in the Imperial Navy and just forces. You have the Red Guards from the original trilogy that were to protect Palpatine as a more competent than the Blue Guards who protected the Senate in the Republic Senate in the prequel trilogy. Solo, we got a new type of like hybrid scout snowtrooper, kind of like, I can't remember exactly what they were called, but and in Rogue One we got sand troopers. So there's always new troopers coming out, so I don't think that they're going to be Force users. I just don't see that being the thing.
I find it weird to name them after a Force user. It's weird to me.
All right, and as like we had spoken off screen about, the Sith were actually an ancient people that were invaded by Dark Force users who then took on their name. They actually come from the planet of Korriban.
Right, but this is specifically, they're named after Force users devoted to the dark side. That's specifically what they're named. They're not named after these ancient people. They're named after the Sith, the dark side Force users.
And that's fair, and I see what you're getting at on that. I don't know.
I'm not saying it just ruins the whole chances of them being cool.
Right, no, I think they're going to be cool no matter what. I don't see that being the thing. It'd be interesting if it was.
No, I'm not saying that it necessarily means that they, that it obviously means they're using, I'm saying it doesn't make sense for them to use the Force because none of the troopers have ever really done that before. So it wouldn't make sense for them to do that, but that's just why it's weird to me to name them after Force users when most likely they're not going to be able to use the Force.
Right, well, and there were clone units during the Clone Wars that named themselves after groups of people and stuff like that too. So I mean, it's just naming. It's just paying homage. in the end. We do that even nowadays in the armies. You know, units are named after stuff like that. So, but I see what you're saying at the same time.
You're still not gonna find a Jedi army unit as much as you would have joined that and loved it.
That would have been awesome. But yeah, so you never know. It'll be interesting. I'm excited for them. They have all of them. They have clone look to them. They have a First Order and an Imperial look to them. They really put all of it together in different spots. I'm excited to see their action. I really want to know more about their blaster that they carry, because it looks very interesting. Looks really different from a lot of other blasters that we've seen. Kind of like a snub-nosed thing, and has red and black markings on it. So other weapons really don't have that we've seen. Other blasters don't really do that too much. So just be exciting to see what they are and what their whole purpose is in the end.
Yeah.
It's really all we know about it. Anything we do now is just speculation. My biggest thing is I still think that they are clones. I think that Kylo cloned somebody. I don't know who. Maybe he found an old Jango Fett template. That would be cool, since we know he's in good shape. We just saw him in Aquaman.
Kidnapped Captain Rex.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, there you go. So
we know that beautiful bastard. We know he's around.
And we know Captain Rex was in Episode 6 too. So and survived. So it'll be interesting to see what they are in the end. So much speculation. I hope Disney releases a little bit more about them, but not too much. I do want the surprise still. I wish we had one right now. They are not available yet. We will be getting one as soon as we can.
Pre-order.
Yeah, I think there's a good 12-inch figure one out there, I believe.
Maybe that'll be part of the giveaway.
Ooh, giveaways. But that's all I really have on them. But until we get more information to go off of, those are my theories for now for them. But I can't wait. It should be exciting. So until next time, may the films be with you.